Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I will be giving you my breakdown, my thoughts on the September Grand Sumo Tournament, the AKI BASHO taking place in Tokyo this last month. Pretty interesting tournament. July's was very, very interesting. A lot of interesting developments, surprise winner, Koto Shoho. So, let's see how this tournament played out. A lot of big eyes on there's some big debuts, some big follow-ups to see how they go down. And both Yokozuna are looking for their first ever championship win as Yokozuna, so we'll see how let's see what it's like. So I'm gonna go through every competitor in the Makushi divisions, how they performed, where I expected them to be, and like where I see them going forward from now. Kind of rapid fire style. So yeah, let's get into this here, man. Starting with someone who I didn't expect to do really well at all, Nishikigi. Yeah, man, you'd see it, buddy. You're going to Juryo. I hope you know how to speak Juryo, because that's where you're going. Man, fuck, bro. Guys, he won his debut tournament. Guys, I promise you, he still has it. There's still the potential of this man, bro. Please, just, I believe me. 40, I can't believe it's already been a year since that tournament win. 40, 33, and 2 in his last 6 tournaments at the top rank, or in the last, year at top rank. Thought he would have done better. Did not do anything at all, actually. Was out injured, so that's looking like another demotion. Relegation. That makes me sad. Hitoshi debuting here. I didn't really have too many high expectations for him, so to get 7 and 8 is pretty good. Obviously, he's going to climb up pretty higher, and we'll see where he gets placed then. 20th is not bad, though. It is not bad for debuting Rikishi. As a Koryu went 6 and 9, ranked Magashira 14th. Did better as well as I thought he was going to do. Meisei 5 and 10 at 13th. Again, another guy I didn't really have high expectations for. Performed about as well as I thought he would. If anything, nah, not really. Sadanume, 6 and 9 at the 14th rank. I can't believe this guy has a Fighting Spirit award. It's not how you climb those ranks again, man. Like, that's not good. Like, these guys are... I fear for a lot of these guys being relegated, but I think some of them will just stick around at the bottom, because there were some really good performances from guys in the lower Magashira ranks. But these were not them. Shonanumi, 7 and 8. That's better than I thought he was gonna do. I actually had very little hopes for Shonanumi to do pretty well here, but he did end up doing decently. 7-8 respectable, almost the winning record, so good for him. He'll probably wave off relegation. I think he'll be fine. Toki Hayate, 7 and 8 at M13. Yeah, that's solid average performance from him. Fujinokawa, 6 and 9. We really did not see the same Fujinokawa that we saw in the last tournament, bro. I thought, to go 6 and 9 when you're ranked Magashira 9th after a performance like that kind of blows. I don't. Yeah, that just kind of stinks, man. I'm curious to see. I'm guessing he's gonna he'll probably get back down to M12 or something like that, where I think he'll probably put on another decent performance here. Hopefully, he can be better than 10 and 5. He'd have it's tough to say, man, to ask for an 11 and 4 performance from a guy that's in his 3rd tournament. But that first tournament, he looked really promising, dude. So I don't know where he goes from here. He had the Fighting Spirit award in his last tournament, so yeah, I don't know what he does from here on out. We'll see. Mitaki Yumi going 7 and 8, M12. That's better than I thought he would do. I thought he was going to be one of the lower guys in the tournament, so good for him. It's not going to be anywhere close to where he once was in the last year, but still, some promise. Ryuden, holy shit, bro. 9 and 6? Damn, okay. You really don't want to fucking be relegated. That's awesome. That's cool. I think you're actually going to eclipse that Magashira 13th rank that you've had as your highest in the last year. So that's cool, bro. Cool. Good for you. Oh, god damn it. Just back to mediocrity, huh, Koto Shoho? Look, man, I didn't think he was going to do great. I didn't think he was gonna win. I didn't even think. Yeah, just outside the bottom, just outside the top half. I did not expect him to go 3-12 against like an M5 ranking dude. I don't know what to think about that except that July tournament performance will be looked at like Cody Garbrandt's title win, bro. It's like he's just 1 month. This guy was insanely locked in. Won the Fighting Spirit Award, won the Outstanding Performance Award, won a Kinboshi, and obviously the title to now go 3-12 with a ranking of 10 places higher. I don't know what to think about that. Ichi Yamamoto going 4-11. Dog, come on. You gotta do better than that. Come on, man. You had a Kimboshi. You gotta do better than that. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. Same with this guy. Gonoyama, what happened? What? You're so much better than this, dude. You go 1-14. Damn, I know you had like harder competition since being. You were ranked Magashira 2 at one point, and here you are fucking going 1-14 at Magashira 3. Off month or something, bro. Like, god damn. Oh, I think there might have been like an injury thing with him. Maybe I think that's what I've heard or saw from him. But yikes, dude. Yikes. Back down to fucking like M13 probably. Roga went 7-8. I was pretty bang on where I thought he was gonna be, so he's probably just gonna float around there still. Tomokaze, whoa, debut fighter. Again, no real expectations for him to go 9-6 is pretty cool. Hopefully he's able to parlay that momentum into the next tournament. So hopefully he does pretty well. I'm guessing probably at like Magashira 7, something like that. So hopefully he does pretty decently there. Shishi, yo, good for you, man. You had a tough tournament last year. You had a tough start to the tournament last month, and so now to see you go 10-5 is cool. Top 10 performance. Way to go, dude. That way to stay within the top division. Good for you, man. Good stuff. Hopefully you can carry that over still. Tobi Zaru going 9-6 at M15. Again, a lot better than I thought he was gonna do. He hasn't looked as strongly. He's on, but again, Steam's off relegation, trying to get back to the ranking of M1 that he was once at. Hopefully he's able to. But good performance from him. Daisho 7-8. I did not expect him to do that poorly. I wasn't expecting a 7-8 performance out of Daisho, bro. I thought, dude, this guy was Sekiwaki, bro. Like, I don't know what it is with the Sekiwaki ranks, but like these guys that have been ranked as that just haven't been performing, man. I don't know what it is. That's at M10 too. You to go 7-8 that's tough, dog. That's really tough. I thought you would have done better than that. Midori Fuji also went 7-8 at M9. That's more about what I expected from him. I think he's probably not gonna rank up to M8 again, but he'll float around that spot too. Maybe like just down to like M10 or something, M11. Tommy Fuji, what the fuck? Oh my god. M3 and you go 5-10? Oh, dude. Come on. You were better. You're better than this. You should be better than this. Come on, man. Also someone who should be better. What happened, Davi? What? You have an outstanding performance in the last year. And you just went 3-12 at M1. What? What? Whoa, dude. Hey, damn. The fall off is crazy, bro. Hopefully you can retain this, but bounce back with the lower Magashira ranks. But Jesus, dude. You do not, this next wave of Sumo guys is obviously, fucking swallowed you up, bro. And spat you back out, because, damn, man. That was not a good performance. Kin Bozan went 7-8. That's pretty cool. Again, not really going to reach those highs again, I don't think. But we'll see. Shura Numi went 9-6. That's a lot better than I thought he was going to do. I thought he really was just going to be one of those low-level guys. So that's cool of him. Tamawashi, 6-9. Fuck, yo. Fuck. This was the guy, like, this was my dark horse to win it all. I thought, like, this was, like, you know, the oddball to, like, if it wasn't gonna be one of the Yokozuna, it was gonna be, like, this random, like, person, because he looked really good in the last tournament, but, M1, you go 6-9. You placed 31st out of 42. Again, I didn't think he was gonna win it, but, oh, man. You were runner-up last tournament. You had the outstanding performance. You had a Kinboshi. You know, you're 40. You were kind of surprising people. Thought you could still hang, and then just this, dog. Damn, dude. Hopefully he can come out. Hopefully he's gonna, you know, obviously he's gonna fall to, like, probably, like, another, like, M8, something like that. So I think hopefully he'll still be able to do well there. And if not, then we're looking at, like, tough. He's got to lock in, basically. Got to lock in. Onokatsu went 7-8 at M6, pretty decently, and I thought he would have done better. I was like expecting a little bit better, but still, that's a round where I expected him to be. Kusano went 8-7, not bad. All right, I predicted him a little bit high. I had him going third. I thought he would have been able to continue that momentum here, but not bad. That was not bad for M6, 8-7. I think there's room for growth within him. You know, he had the runner-up, he has the Fighting Spirit Award, he has the Technique Award. I think there's still some growth that he's able to achieve to still be able to climb up those ranks a little bit more. Obviously, he will. Actually, no, he probably won't face a demotion, like a slight relegation. He probably will just stay at Magashira 6, if I'm honest. So I think we'll have to see, how he does in this next one. I think to see if this was a fluke or not. You know, again, another sophomore slump, unfortunately, but not as bad as not as bad as the Fuji no Kara. So there's still some promise within Kusan. There's still some stuff I liked seeing out of him. Shodai went 10-5. Whoa, man! You did not have to stunt on those fucking lower rank Madashira that hard, bro. I know. So you seem serious about trying to come back to Komusubi. You still seem like a guy that does deserve to be in the Makuuchi division. And this performance speaks on that. So that was really good for him. I like that performance a lot, actually. He did really well this tournament. Oh boy. Okay, Kirishima, 30th. You're Sekiwaki, and you come 30th. You were on such a good run, dude. 56-34 in the last year. What happened? What happened this time around, man? Can't be doing that, dude. And then just to top it off, man, look at this. Wakataka Kage, man, you were about to receive. You needed 11 wins to get the Ozeki promotion, dude, and you go 6-9. What are you doing? Oh, come on, you gotta lock in, bro. If you're serious about this sport, you gotta lock in. And you didn't. I think we're gonna get some new Sekiwaki here. I think we need some more serious Rikishi that are trying to become Ozeki, trying to become the greatest of all time, because these people aren't fucking cutting it, dude. Not cutting it. Not good enough, guys. Come on. Oshoma went 9-6 at M7. A lot better than I thought he was gonna do. I thought he was gonna do pretty poorly, but he was on a bit of a skid a little bit, just kind of some average tournaments here and there. So good performance here. He'll be ranked like M4 probably in the next tournament. So, see if you can keep that climb up to reach Komusubi again. Here at Doomy, 8-7. Again, someone I thought that was going to do pretty poorly, but ended up doing pretty well. Another guy that seems serious about trying to reach the ranks again. So, good performance here. I like what I saw from him. Ura! Yo! 10-5, Ura! Nice, dude. I think you fucking probably do deserve to be back at Magashira 2, bro. That was cool. Good stuff on display from him. I liked his performance throughout this tournament a lot. Again, another guy that was just kind of shaking these last few tournaments, but then just had a real nice bounce back here with a 10-5 performance. Winning record. I love to see it. Haku Oho, 8-7, winning the outstanding performance of this tournament. Mostly because because he won another Kinboshi over Onosato. So he seems to be his kryptonite so far. So, You know, at M2, 8 and 7 is not bad. Obviously, they like that outstanding performance. They like the performance that we saw from him. He had glimpses of brilliance throughout the tournaments. And he's been doing fine. He's been like an interesting player, like in these like an up and comer of these last few tournaments here. So I do rate him a lot. I don't know how far he's really gonna be able to go. Obviously, I think he's gonna stick around this area. Maybe give him a Komusubi rank this next fight or next tournament, but we'll see, man. But it was a decent performance. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but still, that was a pretty decent performance. I got hints of brilliance throughout it, so I'm still intrigued on him. I'm not like don't jump off the bandwagon yet with Hakuoho. So let's see. Wakamoto Haru went 9 and 6, ranked at Magashira 4. Yeah, that was about it. He over achieved my expectations, so good for him. Continue that climb a little bit. I think that was a good look. It was a good performance. It was a good tournament for him. So, yeah, nice. Takayasu. Oh my, Takayasu. 7 and 8 at Komusubi. Not good enough, dude. It's just not good enough, man. You got to do better than that. You know, you were the runner-up. You had a technique award. You had a Kinboshi. And then you go 7 and 8. Oh, man. Gotta lock in more, bro. Takanosho. What the fuck, man? Isn't this guy so inconsistent? This guy is insane. This guy's crazy, man. He'll randomly just go like 7 and 8, and then yeah, this next tournament at M7 he'll go 12 and 3, win a Fighting Spirit award, dude. What the fuck? Something he's already won. Yeah, man. Wow. I'm surprised by that. I can't rate him too heavily, because again, I just don't. He's just too inconsistent, especially when he reaches the top ranks. Because you know he's been Magashira 1, he hasn't really performed that well up there, so. I can't get too excited for this. I don't think he's actually going to reach a Sanyaku ranking, but again, good tournament, man. Good tournament. You performed well. Did your duties well. Good for you. Oh ho. 10 and 5 at the Magashira 2 ranking. Nice. Good. This was really solid. This is a guy that's real fucking serious about Sekiwaki and probably should receive that ranking again after this performance, man. He seems serious. Look, like to go 10 and 5 in M2, he still obviously again he went on a bit of a slump, but he still has obviously a lot to prove in the top ranks. So I'm intrigued to see how he will do this next tournament as well, specifically him, because I do think he does deserve the Sekiwaki ranking. Yo, okay, Koto Zakura, 9-5 and 1, pulling out on the last day of the tournament. I predict him to go 11th. He placed 9th. I'll fucking take it, dude. If he gets to keep Ozeki ranking, let's fucking go, man. This guy is the forever Ozeki, bro. Like, this guy, he's gonna be here forever, man. Like, long after I'm gone, this guy will still be fighting at Ozeki, bro. Yeah, pretty decent performance. It wasn't as, like, you know, I wasn't stressing as hard as, like, throughout the tournament as I was, like, some of the previous tournaments where he was just going 8 and 7, just barely eking by to stay at Ozeki. But my goat did well. I promise you, he was gonna go 10 and 5. But you know, injuries. You know that sucks. Oh, not even like he probably would have gone 11 and 4 because he just had to pull out. He would have beat Hoshoryu. He would have, and then he would have beat his last guy and he would have gone 11 and 4, and he would have looked awesome and probably would have got a Fighting Spirit award. He would have gotten it if he. Good for him, man. Ao Nishiki, bro. Ooh, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. He's actually one of the more entertaining Rikishi to watch. He's super quick. He's super he won the technique award, so he's beaten guys a lot of different ways. I especially love the rear push out he got over Kirishima. You really don't see that in sumo. It's a pretty rare one to just be able to get around your opponent enough to push him out from the back. So that was awesome. And then he also got hold on, I have to like move this because I have to remember what he got. But he beat Hoshoryu this tournament with a twisting backwards knee trip. That is fucking cool. That gives me a lot of hope that this guy still has a lot to grow and learn and develop within the rankings of sumo here. Still another 11-4 performance. That seems to just be what he's at, which is enough technically to get you to Ozaki so far. So I think this is like another guy that should get the Sekiwaki rank. If he goes 11-4 again, he gets to be Ozeki, which I do think he can achieve. I am going to predict that he will reach the Ozeki ranks. I don't know yet if he actually truly will ever reach Yokozuna. It's tough to say. I do... It's just because that performance, though. The performance against Hoshoryu. To be a Yokozuna like that... Oh, it's like, wow. It gives me a lot of hope. It gives me a lot of hope that he actually could, dude. Either way, I'm very intrigued by Ao Nishiki. Super excited to see how he does this next tournament. I do think he will reach that fucking... Oh, fuck. He will reach that top. He will reach Ozeki. That's my prediction. I think he will reach Ozeki. Second last here was Hoshoryu, the runner-up of the entire tournament. Wow, man. This guy's great. I haven't gotten the chance to talk about him on the channel yet, but wow, man. He's awesome. He's such a high IQ for like the sport he's in, you know, and the understanding of like, you know, he also has such a good self-awareness of where he is in the dohyo to like, you know when to let off, know when to like move, when to push people out, when to throw and force out and even crush out if he needs to. Yeah, really good performance here. He's super technical and smart. I love the performance here. I love his whole arc, really. I know it's kind of ridiculous to say, but I love his whole arc of trying to, you know, live up to the standards that his grandfather puts on him, which, you know, they don't have the best relationship. So it's nice to see. I always like seeing him win. I like seeing him perform here. And, you know, after all the injuries, too, I didn't think he was going to do too strong here. I really thought he was going to, he was going to be in the top ranks. I didn't think he'd actually be in contention for the actual title itself, but turns out he was. It was a good enough performance from him. And yeah, he came runner-up, man, because we got a playoff. And you wouldn't believe it, man. You'll never believe who actually won this. Oh my god, Ono Sato. Dude. What is there to say, man? This guy's the GOAT. This guy's literally the GOAT right now, bro. Like, I talk about, like, with Hoshoryu and, like, all, like, the, you know, the fight IQ that he has, right? Ono Sato will literally just start a fight and then just go, and then he wins it. That's all he does. That's all it takes. That's all he needs to do to win these bouts, man. And he's fucking good at it, dude. Look at this last 6. 69-21 is absurd. That is an absurd record of the last 6 tournaments. No one right now is even close to that. I think Wakatake Kage had 61, or he had 60, but that's like the second closest, man. This guy is leagues above the competition right now, dude. So yeah, 2-time champions in the last, like, he's so young too, man. He's so new to it, and yet he's already won 2 titles. He's been a runner-up. He's won a Fighting Spirit award. He's won a Technique award, and he's just added his 3rd championship to it, man. I've never seen a more deserving Yokozuna of fucking anybody right now, dude. This is the fucking man right now. And yeah, we had a playoff run. He did lose to Hoshoryu, which set up the playoffs, which is fucking awesome. And then, yeah, he fucking, but still able to come back. Just, like, the fact that he was able to come back after that Hoshoryu loss to beat Ono Sato, even though I thought it was very close and low-key should have been a rematch, but they ruled that it was enough. Like, Hoshoryu hit first, so Ono Sato wins. Yeah, man, great performance. I love watching this guy, too, man. This guy's awesome. Like, that was a good performance, and that was a really good tournament. Any tournament that goes to a playoff is a top tier one in my opinion. I love seeing that. Some really good performances here, man. I'm really excited to see how, I think like in terms of like some of the new rankings, right? Obviously Kozaki will stay at Ozaki. No one's gonna get fucking new ranked. I do think Ao Nishiki will be brought up to Sekiwaki. I also think that I said Oho will be brought up to Sekiwaki. Who could go to Komusubi, bro? Who could? I'm not giving Takanosho Komusubi. I mean, if you want, just based off this, but like he's gonna go like fucking 3. He's gonna go 4-11 if he does, man. I don't see it. I don't see him reaching that height. Maybe if you want to give, I would give it to Wakamoto Haru, and I would give it to Haku Oho. That's who my Komusubi would be. I think, from where they were ranked already and a good enough performance that they had, obviously if they give you an award, they want to kind of build you up a little bit here, so they'll probably give you a nice rank in Konosuba with Hakuoho. And Wakamoto Haru, I think he did enough to warrant that. Yeah, man, I think that's how it's gonna play out. In terms of like how I think they're gonna do next tournament. I don't know with Hakuoho yet. There's still a lot of what ifs. Wakamoto Haru. I think he might flounder. He might just go like 8-7 at Sekiwaki or at Komosubi. Oho, I'm very intrigued by how Oho's gonna do next tournament. I am very interested to see how he's gonna do. Like, I can't just flat out say I think he's gonna like go back to his old ways. Maybe he will. I don't know, man. He might be like, he'll obviously, I think he'll get a top 10, another top 10 record, but we'll have to see. I think Ao Nishiki is gonna get enough to get the Ozeki rank for the January tournament. I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna go 11-4. He's done the last 4 tournament. He'll go 11-4. He'll get the Ozeki ranking, and then maybe win a tournament, maybe improve. I don't see any fall off coming soon for him. I think he's still building upon all his skills. Another great breakout sumo wrestler here. And yeah, man, I love seeing this guy develop his skills, develop his craft, try to build upon himself, and get better every performance. And that's seemingly what he's doing. Cause yeah, he's looked really good, man. Really good performances here. That is my review of the tournament. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, this review of the tournament itself in the comment section down below. Here's a playlist of my other combat sports talkings and such. Here's a video YouTube will think you'll like, and then you can subscribe right here. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't and want to see more of this kind of stuff. That's gonna do it for me, guys, though. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.